Cause havoc. Mike is at Wimbledon for us this morning. Fans are hoping to get a ticket for day 2, aren't they, Mike? And the queue is growing. Good morning.
Oh, it's huge. It's a sea of people. It's wonderful to admire. It's a military operation. I don't know how they do it. But every year they get so well organised and everybody moves at the right time to take their place. Hopefully centre court number 1, wherever they can get. But I'll tell you what, I should have listened to Carol because I haven't come prepared. Some people have. Emily and Sam all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Glenn and Jennifer, it looks like you're in the sleeping bag there, Glenn, all the way from New York. Fantastic. And someone else who is brave, it is chilly, brave the cold this morning, is the former British number 1, Annabel Croft. Thank you so much.
It is freezing
and just to point
here.
out, you didn't camp, you weren't part of the queue overnight, were you?
No, I wasn't, but I admire all these people doing it. It's absolutely
And it's a way
amazing.
to get a ticket. I met some people this morning that came after seeing us on breakfast saying this is how ordinary tennis fans can come and watch Wimbledon, and they're on the centre court today now because they came yesterday.
Well, it's fantastic to hear those stories, and I actually think there's always a good atmosphere down here, isn't there? And I think people actually love it, and I always sometimes talk to people and they say, no, we do it every year, we just really love it, they don't care how much sleep they get, they're happy to go in there, so well done.
And what's kept them talking all night around the camp has been, will he or won't he, Andy Murray. He hasn't told us yet. He was consulting with his family last night, saying he felt better yesterday. What is your feeling?
Well, I watched some clips of him practicing yesterday. There was a lot of grimacing going on. There's no question, I think, that he must be feeling a little bit of pain. But my feeling is that he will do whatever he can to get out there. And if it means hobbling around centre court, my feeling is that he will do it because he's desperate to go out there again. And I think he has earned that right to be able to do that. I mean, he's had such an amazing career. He's got such a love affair with centre court. It's been the scene of his greatest triumphs, winning 2 Wimbledons there. And of course, he's played the Olympics on that court as well. So I think he'll do it. But, you know, who knows? I mean, I don't know.
And you couldn't blame it for trying that, even if it meant risking then another injury and maybe missing the Olympics. I think the Wimbledon centre court would be the one thing he'd want before he retires.
My feeling is that he would want it to be centre court, but I don't know. And I think that obviously there's a lot of consultation going on. But, you know, he has such incredible skills, and it is such a shame, isn't it, that everything is not going the way it was planned. No. This is not how he wants to end his career, with loads of injuries. And does he get on court, does he not get on court? And the thing is, you know, he beat Popperin at Queen's. He has such incredible hand skills until this awful cyst thing that appeared on his back. But, you know, his opponent today is tricky. Mahatch, even though he's not experienced on grass, they had an absolute epic battle in Miami. It went to a tie-break in the final set. It was nip and tuck all the way. He's a very skillful player who's beaten Novak Djokovic during the course of the year. I mean, if we do get that match and Andy Murray is able to move the way he's you know, always been able to in the past, then, you know, the hand skills can get around sometimes the lack of movement. But I just think everybody would love to see him out there, no matter what, and I think he really wants to get out there.
It would be a tea time slot after the likes of Djokovic on centre court later. Let's talk about what's happened so far then. Emma Raducanu back and winning. Well, on centre court.
You know, it was quite sweet the way she described her tennis as winning ugly. But
well, she said she took inspiration from the England team, which was quite funny.
Well, that was quite funny, but maybe she did. But, you know, I didn't think it was that ugly. I thought it was really impressive, actually. There's always nerves in the first round. Even the very top players, all the former champions, are nervous in their first rounds. But, you know, she thought she was going to play Alexandra. Then she was up against a lucky loser who was actually very wily, who hit a lot of loopy shots. She hit a lot of clever drop shots. She hit a lot of slices. She did everything to disrupt Emma. And Emma had prepared for this other match against a player who was going to be big ball striking and rhythm. So it was the total opposite. But I think there was big smiles. She was very vocal on court. There were a lot of shouts and a lot of fist pumps. And she got through a match. And it's always good to get through that first round, isn't it? Get rid of the nerves and the adrenaline, and very popular. The crowd were really behind her, so I thought it was a good performance.
And then what I love on these opening days, these opening rounds, is you get these new stars suddenly coming to the fore, getting the headlines. Yesterday we saw Sonny Kapal and Lily Miyazaki, 2 young Brits who, like you did in 1984, wasn't it, getting past the first round, you got to the third round.
Absolutely.
What a difference it can make.
Oh, it can make a huge difference, not just in terms of prize money. Obviously, massive prize money if you get through to the second round. I think it's about £98,000, and that will really help with everything, with coaching, with paying expenses. But also, I think for both of them, particularly Sonny Cartel, who'd come through qualifying. You know, if you've come through qualifying, you've played those 3 matches out at Roehampton, kind of built your levels up and you've kind of earned your position into the main
Yeah.
draw, and then to go one further, she might even go further again. I thought very, very impressive. And for Miyazaki, making the most of a wild card and a relatively good draw. You know, that was a good win for her yesterday as well. So great. And I think also, Mike, you can see how players can feed off each other. So when you start to see Brits doing well and they see their mates who they practice with or they've been around a lot doing well, it kind of gives them a boost and a bit of motivation. So feels like it's going to be a good Wimbledon this year.
I think so. We've got 2 British number 1s to look forward to today.
Yes, can't wait.
Jack Draper and Katie Bolter. We'll let you go and maybe borrow Glenn's
warm up,
blanket.
I think I'm going to borrow a few blankets.
Oh, he's gone off it towards the
In a hot water
We'll find
bottle.
someone from somewhere. We're going to go to the Euros, which I'm sure you've been watching as well. John's there.